You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
This is Lauren Collier, and you are listening to My Dog Digs Dirt. Thanks for stopping by. Did you ever wonder who's top dog these days in New York City? Well, turns out New Yorkers are bullish on French bulldogs. That's right. A new survey shows that Frenchies are number one in NYC. Love those ears. Followed by the Bulldog, the Labrador Retriever. Number 3 is the Golden Retriever. And finally, rounding out that top 5 list, the Yorkie. All adorable. And speaking of adorable, as more and more of us are considering our pets our children, the selection of pet products is exploding. You can find anything these days, from pet gourmet food to treadmills to custom designed dog and cat houses to hats. True, hats. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to meet a woman who designs hats for animals. They're sold all around the world. And a woman who makes pet accessories that are not only fabulous, they are environmentally friendly, made from recycled materials. My Dog Digs Dirt is back in just a bark.
It's hard to find time for your furry family member. That's where Camp Bow Wow comes in. All-day play and overnight camp, daycare and boarding for dogs. Everything is included. Large play areas for fun and exercise. Spacious cabins, comfy cots, even live camper cams to watch from a computer or smartphone. Camp Bow Wow offers the best care and is the place to go where a dog can be a dog. For locations and more information, visit campbowwow.com.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to My Dog Digs Dirt. I'm Lauren Collier, and tickled to introduce you to a woman who makes the most divine hats for pets. She is self-taught, and her work is incredible. For those who can't believe a pet would enjoy wearing a hat, I promise they do. And I'll tell you my story in a moment. Roni Goldberg is here right now. She is the designer and founder of Roni Goldberg Designs. Incredible designs, Roni. So happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Lauren. I'm glad to be here.
I have to tell everyone, first of all, that you designed a hat for my Inoki, all 132 pounds of her, and a very big head, too. And, I was skeptical at first, but you know what? She absolutely loves it. So it can happen. Your pet enjoys wearing a hat, Roni. How did you get started designing these gorgeous hats?
I got started, I was doing it for my girls. I decided that, something was missing in their closet with their beautiful outfits. My motto is accessories are part of your fabulous outfits. So I started making hats for my girls.
And your girls are Butterfly Kisses and Sugar Pie Honey Bunch.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So cute. And do you have an art background? Because your hats are not only cute, but they are fabulous. They're intricate, yet simple, yet glorious. I mean, when I got the hat for Inoki, and it was for Pup Scouts, it blew my mind, really, Roni. And now seeing more and more of your designs, how did you decide I'm going to do this? I know your girls needed hats, but was it difficult to begin designing for pets? Because you do dogs and cats.
No, I have a fine arts background. I went to the University of Miami and majored in fine arts. And my grandfather and my father were manufactured women's clothes.
Oh, okay.
So I did work with them after college. And since I was a kid, I loved painting. I loved working with my hands. And all my hats are hand sewn by me and decorated by me only. And I just love it. I absolutely love it.
So now, if someone wants to get a hat, let's talk about how you do make them that they fit so well. You have the person measure the pet's head. Is that right?
Yes, yes. I asked them to measure the inches between their ears so I can get an idea. But everyone is custom made to their exact measurements.
That's why they fit so fabulously. I think it's important that the dog and the cat really feel comfortable in it, because I
Yes.
thought Anoki might be swiping, her head to get it off, but she really did not at all. The hats you design, there's such a wide variety. Let's talk about some of your favorites. And you've been featured all over the globe, really.
Yeah, yeah. My hats were at the New York Pet Fashion Show in 2012 and 2014, and I sell to people. My clients range from, they're in Australia, Norway, Singapore, and all over the United States. So I have great clientele.
It's fantastic.
Really.
The hats also encompass, sometimes you'll do crowns and things like that. It's really a wide variety. Let's talk about some of the different hats that you make. We talked about Pub Scouts. That was Anoki's hat. But again, you're in these fashion shows, so you make them to go along with the clothing as well.
Right. And the themes, like the New York Pet Fashion Show has themes every year. And the first year that I had my hats, it was a Venetian masquerade. So I did hats, Venetian masquerade masks on the hats, little miniature masks that I hand painted. And the 2014 was royalty, so I made a Swarovski crown, first ever Swarovski crown that was shown in the finale, and it was spectacular. There was over 1,500 Swarovski crystals that I hand put on the crown.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into this, right?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's hand done.
That's
each and every one. With a lot of love.
Oh, I bet. And it shows. It really shows, Roni. Your work has also been featured in books. Let's talk about that. I mean, it's just fantastic. And the fact that you also give back a lot to animal charities. I love that.
Yeah, my hats are in the book called Couture Dogs of New York and the Palm Beach Pet Society book. And they're in several magazines, such as the Chihuahua Connection magazine. And I do make hats for the Pup Scouts of New York and California. And I did have a fashion show here in Fort Lauderdale for a rescue organization to help raise money for the organization. And I do give back. Organizations and rescues have events, and they ask me to donate a hat certificate for a raffle. And so that's how I give back to them as well.
I have to ask you, when you first started making your creations, and you said that was back in, I think you said 2009. You said you posted some pictures of your girls on Facebook and people went crazy. Did other people say, "What are you, crazy? What are you doing?" I mean, was it sort of funny, the reactions?
No, I was so surprised. Everybody just wanted to know where I got the hats and how they could get them. Everybody went bonkers, and I was surprised that they were so surprised that, I said I handmade them, and everybody wanted one, so that's how it started.
How do you get your inspiration on individual hats? Will people say to you, "I want a hat like this"? Will they sometimes say to you, "I don't know what I want, but just create something"? Do you design according to the outfit, or all of the above?
All of the above. I made a shrimp cocktail hat for a lady in New York. She sent me a picture. She went out to dinner one night and had that as an appetizer, and she said, "I wonder if Roni Goldberg can make this hat." And I made it.
Do you have a favorite that you've made?
Oh, they're all my favorites.
They're all your favorites. Do you begin something as something and it turns into something else?
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it does. They tell me, use your imagination, go with your creativity, and that's what I do. And I just come out with some really crazy hats, and the crazier the better, because that's what they love.
Oh, they're wonderful. And they're one of a kind.
Yes.
Now, is it harder to design for cats than dogs, or not necessarily? And what about small versus, large?
Well, the smaller ones are a little harder because you have a smaller canvas to work with. And most of the cat hats that I make are much smaller than the dog hats. But I enjoy what I do, so it doesn't matter. I'll make it work. no matter what.
Well, I mean, I am always impressed, and I am encouraging listeners to check out your Facebook page and to find you because they will not believe it. It's just amazing. What do you want people to know about you, Roni? If they want to get in touch with you, how can they do that? And are you having events coming up in the summer?
I'm not sure about any events coming up in the summer. Everything always pops up whenever. And they can reach me on my Facebook page under my name, or I have a Facebook business page, and it's under Roni Goldberg Designs. They're welcome to contact me. I'm very open. I'd be happy to talk to anybody on the phone. I've talked to several people on the phone because then they give me their ideas and they tell me what they like and color-wise, and they'll send me pictures of their outfits that they want hats to match, and I'll match them up. And that's it.
Because I know you say your motto is, behind every great outfit is a fabulous accessory.
Yes, that is definitely my motto.
But this must be right, exactly. Easter must be busy for you because everybody wants an Easter hat. Will you make a hat for any kind of pet? Have you ever made something unusual, maybe like a bearded dragon or something like that?
Not yet, but I'm open to it all. I know somebody had asked me about a hat for a pig, and I said, well, you let me know, and I'll be happy to do it for you.
Well, Roni, it's thrilling to have you here. Roni Goldberg, Roni Goldberg Designs. Again, people can find you on Facebook. Is that right, Roni? And you also have a business website.
Right, the business Facebook page, Roni Goldberg Designs, yes.
Fantastic. So they should not be afraid to call you and find out more and see some of your pictures right here. Thrilled to have you. Anoki sends her little kisses to you.
We send them back, butterfly kisses and sugar pie honey bunch, and kisses and hugs.
Thank you. And
thank
really,
you for having us. I'm thrilled to be on here.
Well, your designs are fantastic. Not only are they beautiful, but they're comfortable on the animal, and that is so important too. So thank you, Roni. And thank you, everybody. Yeah, thank you so much. And when we come back, we're going to meet a pet accessories designer whose designs are heating up the runways, and they are eco-friendly. My Dog Digs Dirt is back. Sit tight. We'll be right back.
Well, she's sitting curled up on my lap as we speak. Beautiful Bella's my long-haired Dachshund. She was thrown out of a pickup truck going 30 miles an hour, and she disappeared into the woods with the wild animals, boars and coyotes. About 4 weeks later, she just appeared and she was a mess. Her fur was matted. She scratched almost nonstop. My friend suggested that I order this stuff called Dinovite.
DINOVITE.com.
859-428-1000.
She gobbles it up. She has been itch-free ever since, and her fur is gorgeous. Anyone out there who has a rescue dog, start them on a Dinovite diet for at least a 90-day period. They bond better with the people who take good care of them. They are going to be your buddy for a very, very long time.
859-428-1000.
859-428-1000. DINOVITE.com.
It's designerpetsweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit designerpetsweaters.com to order your four-legged fashions today. Large or small, we fit them all. designerpetsweaters.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to My Dog Digs Dirt. Please say hello to Ann Greenberg, founder and president of A Pet With Paws. Ann makes the most divine, fashion-forward, yet eco-friendly products for pets and pet lovers. Ann, I'm so happy to have you here. I love your accessories. I love that they're fashionable. I can say that. Functionable, yet they are cruelty-free. Explain to our listeners exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me on your program. Okay. I was making handbags out of fabric, and the fabric is made from recycled plastic bottles. And I really like niche businesses, so I was thinking of areas where I could expand my products. And I looked around in the pet industry, and it appeared to me that there were very few companies that were making fashionable, yet eco-friendly, vegan, and cruelty-free pet carriers and accessories. So I decided that I would transfer and use the same concept that I use in my handbags and apply it to the pet carriers. And what's very unique about the products is that the fabric is all made from recycled plastic bottles. And then it's photo printed so that when you look at it quickly, you think that the material is made out of leather. But then when you look closely, you see that the image is photo printed on this fabric made from recycled plastic bottles.
They really are amazing. They're beautiful to look at. And like you said, they really look like real leather. So how did you come up with this? When I see products like these, I think, my goodness. As you said, you had your own company where you made handbags. That was Underground Chic, right?
Yes, right, correct. The Underground Chic.
Right.
And quality control and visiting my factories is very important to me. So I was in China, and I had been doing actually cosmetic bags and gift with purchase and tote bags for private label for beauty companies that only made natural and organic beauty products. So I was already researching fabrics that I could use for them and that would apply and would be, within their parameters that could be used for those kinds of products. So I decided that I would use those fabrics and apply it and use them for my handbags and now my pet carriers and accessories.
It's amazing. Were you surprised how good they looked? Because sometimes when you think about recyclable, you'll think, oh, I wonder, what that could look like. But your items are just luscious. They're really, really nice.
Well, thank you. Actually, I went to the factory that makes the fabric, and it's an amazing factory because what happens when the plastic bottles are melted down, they first are little chips in there, and then they also look like a cotton puff.
Ah.
Yes, and then in the factory, what they do is they take this cotton puff and they put it on needle by needle.
Wow.
They're putting it on the needles, right? And then from that, they extrude the fiber, and then they take the fiber and they ply it into yarn, and then they weave the fabric.
Amazing. And
it is absolutely amazing.
And another point is that they're lightweight. So for ones, right? I mean, that would kind of be pretty important if you have a dog that you want to carry in one of your carriers.
Absolutely. I mean, they come in two sizes. One is 16 inches, and that one weighs 2.8 pounds with everything in it and the larger one is 18 inches, and that weighs 3.4 pounds. You can carry a dog that's about 20 or 22 pounds in it.
Wow. So they're great to travel with as well. And also, I like that your line is affordable.
Yes.
You do that on purpose. Uh-huh.
Yes, I absolutely did it on purpose. I wanted something that would be affordable, functionable, yet fashionable. And they're also, of course, airline approved, so you can travel with them.
And you know all about that because you had a gorgeous little Maltipoo, right? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Who passed on, but you said you're looking for one, right?
Yes, I definitely am.
So I
definitely am.
Well, another thing I'm curious about are the colors. You have some really nice and different colors, really something for everyone. So talk about your color selection. And also let's touch on the different products that you offer.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to have enough colors, but I wanted to keep it focused. So I have I think it's a beautiful shade of pink for those people who have female dogs and they love to carry their female dogs in pink carriers. And then I have like a cobalt blue color. And then I also have a pecan color, which is a little bit, it's definitely neutral and it's a little bit more sophisticated.
Very nice, yeah.
And so in terms of the products, it's also focused. So I have the pet carriers. By the way, the pet carriers are called Madison because they're named after my stepdaughter's cat, Madison.
I love that. That's right.
So it works for both cats and dogs. And Madison has been my model. So she goes in and she makes sure that it's comfortable. And then I know that it's okay.
Oh, that's great. So that's some of your inspiration, right?
Yes, definitely. So that's the pet carrier. And then I have a doggy backpack. So that the doggy backpack is attached to a harness so that the dog can carry his own poop bags and either treats or if there's no place to throw away the plastic bag with the poop, you can put it right into the backpack.
How perfect.
So you can find a place to get rid of it. And then, since I live in New York and everybody walks their dog in the city, so I wanted to make the poop bag pouch also very fashionable and attractive. So that also, it's a small poop bag pouch. It attaches to the leash, and it has an eyelet where the bag can be pulled out and, easy to access. And the last thing I have is a poop bag, pickup bag wristlet. So it has a separate compartment where you put the bags, a separate zipper compartment, and then there's also enough room to carry a smartphone, keys, sunglasses, credit cards, money, so you can go take your dog for a walk and go shopping and run your errands.
It's wonderful. Were these difficult to design, Ann?
Well, not really, because they're really variations on what I've been doing in my handbags.
Yes, yes. And of course, our listeners are going to be able to see some of these pictures on our cover page. So you can also see them. Of course, we're going to give you Ann's information so you can find them yourselves. I want to ask you briefly, Ann, I know one of the things I love besides your products is the fact that you give back. You have a partnership now to help plant trees. It's so important.
Right. I partner with Trees for the Future. So for every either pet carrier or pouch or whatever is purchased, a tree is planted.
That is so wonderful. Really terrific. What do you want people to know about your line? Is there anything that we didn't cover? I mean, the fact that your items are so beautiful, functional, easy to use, and that you give back cruelty-free, I think that really is appealing to many folks out there and might not realize it.
Right. Well, the other thing is that, first of all, the dogs, I was just at a trade show, and of all the dogs that would come by, and they would test out the pet carrier, and they're all very comfortable in it.
That's important, yes.
It's very important. And also, when you look at the bags, I mean, they're fun. You know, they're not serious. There's a bit of whimsy to them.
Yeah. They're I know they almost don't look like they're pet carriers when you think of the traditional, right? Yeah. I mean, I can't bring my dog in one because she's 132 pounds, but
no, I don't think so.
I think that would be difficult to design for. But for a smaller dog, certainly, and as you said, and people are taking their dogs everywhere.
Absolutely.
So this is really Yeah,
I mean, it's our whole lifestyle is changing a bit, and people are taking their pets with them. I mean, there are more and more hotels that are pet friendly, and so this makes it just very easy and convenient for them.
Well, I applaud you. Love, love, love your designs. Really special. Let's tell our listeners, Ann, where they can find you and keep up with you and maybe hopefully purchase some of your items.
Well, I have a website. It's called apetwithpaws.com, and it features all the products, shows all the specifications and details, and also talks about what the company stands for and what it's all about.
Fantastic. So Ann Greenberg, founder and president of A Pet With Paws, apetwithpaws.com. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, and thank you so much again for having me. It's been lovely talking with you.
Okay. And thank you, one and all, for tuning in to My Dog Digs Dirt. We'll be scratching back to you soon. Until then, I'm your host, Lauren Collier. A shout out to our producer, Mark. Thank you. Seize the day, everybody, and hug your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.